Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Bank's Learning and Life Center. Today's video, we will be doing a garden tour showing you the new plants that will be going into the garden today. And we'll show you the harvest, which is right behind you. We just harvested, we made a TikTok video. We have cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, peppers, squash, and some Swiss chard. We'll, before today is over, we'll harvest some herbs like dill, bronze fennel, onions, and some blue spice basil. But I like to do that at the end, right before I leave the garden, because your herbs can wilter in the sun, so we'll do that at the last minute. But before we get into today's video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell in the left or right corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. Let's go over to the different plants that we will be putting in the ground today. Rid of this squash plant. It is putting on more flowers, but as you can see, there is vine borer damage, and there are squash bugs over here, the larvae, and this squash plant has produced a lot this past few weeks. So we're just going to go ahead and lay her to rest. Get rid of her. Okay, we have this sweet basil here that we're going to put in this bed, and we also have this pepper. Now I don't know the name of this particular pepper because once again we didn't do our best with keeping score of what was growing through our labels. So once it actually starts putting on fruit, then I will be able to identify it for you guys. But we have a pepper, and I'm just going to add in some a mixture of bone meal, coca coir, fertilizer, bone meal. Did I already say bone meal? Blood meal, and worm castings. And this is just to add a little bit more nutrients for the plants so they can do a good job with their growth. I'm just going to mix it in. I'm really surprised at this particular growing area because I really wasn't sure how well the terracotta plants were going to be able to keep their moisture content. But these beds, as you can see how big that squash got, these beds or containers do really well with maintaining their moisture, especially during hot weather. So I'm going to plant it a little deeper. Pepper there, and then I'll put the basil back here. Water these two in. These fabric containers have done really well. This is my very first time growing inside of a fabric container, and utilizing good compost, good quality potting mix and making sure that we utilize those watering spikes that we previously discussed in another video, I think. Or if you haven't watched our TikTok videos, we discussed it there as well. Using those, they're kind of like the terracotta containers behind us that we just planted those peppers and basil in. They are perfect for container gardening, for maintaining moisture in your garden when you're away. And I have been pretty, laid back when it comes to watering the fabric containers. They've been through a bunch of rain. They've been through hot temperatures like in the mid 90s and a lot of humidity, so they are a go for me. I love that the tomatoes have literally exploded with so much growth. The flowers are doing great. The fruit is doing great. We have no issues, fingers crossed, as of yet with like major pests right now. We haven't seen any major pests as of yet. I know they will come, but we have not seen any as of now. We do have lima beans growing in here, and they are doing okay. This is my first time growing lima beans, so we're gonna see how they do. But right now we're going to put, I think I want to put a cucumber in here. I'm gonna put these in here. All right. These divas should do well. I'm going to water them in a minute. Hey guys, make sure to check out our merch storefront by going to our website, eblcinc.com, where you can find so much merch like mugs, jackets, and hats that support our programming. Now let's get back into today's video. I'm going to water them in a minute, but let's get to planting the rest of the plants that we have. Okay, so I brought some milkweed that we got sent from the Monarch Watch organization, I think that's their name. That may be wrong, so I'll put their actual name on the screen for you guys. But they send milkweed flowers to different organizations throughout the country. Oh my god, there's a wasp. These wasps in the garden are kind of annoying. I'm sorry. Anyway, they send milkweed flowers to different organizations throughout the country. It's like a lottery selection, and we were chosen this year, which is awesome. So they sent at least 40 different milkweed plants. I just brought 2 pairs of 3 because you want to plant them in 3s. So I transplanted them, well, potted them up, and they have gotten larger. And so today is the day that they are going to go into the garden. They are going to be placed over here. I'm going to put them in 3s again, like I said. I'm going to put 3 there, and then I'm thinking about putting 3 directly right here. And so they're going to get enough sunlight. I'm going to need to make sure that they don't get crowded out by the weeds, and hopefully this area becomes a beautiful pollinator paradise. We're going to create a video later on. Well, we're not going to create it later on. We're going to post it later on to show you guys how to create your own pollinator paradise and the steps you can take to do that. But back over here to the plants, we have peppers going in today, some cucumbers, basil, and 1 eggplant. And then we do have tomatoes, which grew from cuttings that we had, which are right here. I may need to turn down that water pressure, but we had some tomato clippings that we wanted to get rooted, and as you can see, they are rooted. So we're going to clean them up, remove all the yellow foliage, and put these girlies in the ground. bed here that we're growing in the water that we're actually cutting. So we have them, as you can see, they have all of their roots, which are the white extensions coming from the plant. Now this bed I've had so much trouble with. I don't know what's actually wrong with the soil per se. The plants towards the back of this row are doing better than they were earlier this month, but it's this corner right here, this pocket of this raised bed. So I have, again, this mixture of compost, worm castings, coca coir, blood meal, bone meal, and fertilizer. And at the base of each of these tomato plants, I'm going to put a little bit of this to help them acclimate themselves to this bed. Now, by doing this, my thought process is that the nutrients that they will take from this mixture, it will help them grow more leaves, more flowers, and healthy fruit and healthy roots. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, and in the next few weeks we'll see if it works. Just finished planting those tomatoes. Like I said before, the mixture that we had in here, we put at the base of these plants. Hopefully that gets them, you know, the nutrition that they need to develop good roots, flowers, and healthy fruit. In the middle here, we put Cosmos. I don't remember the variety. Do I have it over here? There you go. We put in the Bright Lights Cosmos towards this area, and then over here we have basil. So hopefully in the next 7 days they all germinate. We also put beans here. I think those are the red beans that we saved from the other school garden. So hopefully everything does germinate really well. I was going to use this water, but it has mosquito larvae in there, so I'm going to pour that in the grass. Hopefully they do not flourish, because that's gross. Over here we have the cucumber over there in the corner. We have our peppers, 3 pepper plants that we transplanted into this bed. Over here we put in some Rouge Vie Temps squash right here in this area. So hopefully they grow and get big. Those are the pumpkins, the large pumpkins. So this should be a good area for them to sprawl out here. And then over here, we put another 2 more cucumbers here. I'm gonna give them some more water. And then I made way for the Italian cocozelle zucchini. I moved one of the okras over and put the cocozelle seeds here, and this should be a lot of space for them to grow. And then we have the milkweed for our lovely monarch butterflies. And then we have another small patch of the milkweed over there. I want to step lightly. The watermelon are doing so good. Look at that. They got flowers. We got fruit. Oh my gosh. Yes. So we have at least 2 more months. We have this month and then 2 more months of warm weather. August and September. So before the end of September, we should have some good, tasty watermelon for the students to try and taste. Fingers crossed. Well guys, that's the video for today. Hopefully you can see me. I don't know why the exposure's like that. But that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We just haven't been in the garden for a few days now. And so by me coming today, I had to get a few things done. Pruning, getting a second round of squash and cucumbers in the ground, another round of tomatoes and peppers, our first eggplant in the garden, some more herbs and flowers, so that we can continue to have a good harvest, a good flush of flowers in the garden. And at the same time, ripping out old plants and plants that are suffering from pest damage. So we are hopeful that you guys are doing the same thing in your garden, putting out second rounds of different vegetables and flowers and herbs in your garden while tending to the plants that are already in your garden. If you have any questions about what you should be doing right now in the month of July, what you can be planting out in the month of July, let us know in the comments. We'll be posting a video soon about that info. Make sure to follow us on our socials. We can be found on Instagram and Facebook at EBLLCINC, on TikTok at Project Great. Make sure to click the link down below to support us through our merch store, and also you can find out more information about our programs through the newsletter, which can be found in the description box below. And thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you all later in the garden. Bye.
Be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss.